a sequence?
The second one.
Can someone tell us why the second one is the sequence and not the first one?
Because it's arranged.
Because it's arranged how? It is the second one. We are correct. Why is the second one a sequence? What do you call this? Somebody says series. Is what?
They are arranged
Wow.
accordingly.
So you say it's a set. Well, it is a set. It's a set, but not a sequence. It's not followed under the category of what? Sequence. Why I'm going to agree with you that it's a set is because I can say it's a set of an even number or a set of positive and negative integers. Are you with me? Yes, it's a set. But this is a sequence. Why? Because when you look at it well, you can tell me that you can guess the next term, right? Why? Because there is a simple rule or logic with which they are what? They are related. Hello. And that's why we define what? Sequence. As a given set of terms in such a way that the succeeding is related with what? The preceding. With a simple rule or what? Logic. Who can tell me the rule here? What is the rule you have here? If you want to guess the succeeding one, that is the next one. You add what? 2. Right after that, what are you going to get again? If you have 2, 8. So you realize that it is what? It is sequential, it is progressive. So because of that, we can call it what? A progression or a what? A sequence. Do you understand now? Very good. You know, who can tell me what will be the value if your n is equal to 8? 64. Thank you. Why? Because your n stands for any positive integer, and they now give that okay, one positive integer is what? 8. So what is your term? So it means that you are saying what? You are saying 8 squared, which is what? 64. The first is 1. The second is what? The third is 1. So I can tell you that what is going to be the 21st term. Which means if I say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth to 21st term, then I have to have what? 21 squared. Do you understand now? Get the difference when they say the first term. The first term does not mean it is number 1 you have to have. If they say the second term, it does not mean that it is number 2. Is this 2? But the second term is what? 4. The fifth term here is what? 25. It does not mean that it is 5 because it said fifth, so it has to be 5. No. Understand what they mean by n. Now let's move on. If we now say series, we represent series with this. Now we say series is the sum or addition of the first n times. What do we mean by the word the first n times? That is, I can say, class, what is the series of the first 3 times of this sequence? What is the series of the first 3 times of this sequence? Who can tell what the answer is? This sequence, the series of the first 3 times. The first 3 times. So which means, if you go back to the definition, we said that series is what? The addition of the first n time. Okay, now, and I said that what is the sum of, and I said that this is the symbol for what? For series. Now, I'm picking this as my sequence. So I want to find the series. What does this S3 stand for? S3 stand for adding up to the 3rd term from here. From where? From here up to the 3rd term. I'm adding it up. That's the meaning of what? Series. So now if they say that the sum of the first, from here to here is what? Is the first 3, right? Yes. That's why they said the sum of the first 3 terms. First 3 terms. So that's why they said the sum of the first n terms. So they can say, class. Okay, the other one was the one for minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, and 4. Let me get the result for that first before I come here. So if I say Sn is now S3, so it means that I have to say what? 4 plus what? Minus 2 plus what? 0. I have to stop there. Why? Because I'm saying what? The first 3. So now, what do I have? Plus times minus. Minus. So I have 4 minus 2 plus 0. Sorry, this is minus 4. Minus 4. Minus 4. It's minus 4. Minus 4. Minus 2. So minus 4 minus 2. Minus 6 plus 0. So minus 6 plus 0 is what? Minus 6. The sum of the first 3 terms. So class, what is the sum of the first 5? The sum of the first 5 times. That's the question, right? So it means that I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's up to 5, right? Then let's add it all up. So I'm going to say minus 4 plus minus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, what's that? Minus 4 minus 2. You know why it's minus 2 now? Plus times minus. Because some students say, I do all after 0 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, now let's shoot. Actually, you can just cancel out. But because of some people, minus 4 minus 2 is what? Minus 6. 0 plus 2, that is 2. So plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. So minus 6 plus 6 is also 6 minus 6, which is what? The other time, we had 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, blah, blah. Now, class, who can tell me the sum of the first 2 times? 1 and 4, which is what? 5. You just add 1 and 4 together. That's all. That's it. That's it. Come on. So if I say that, or I ask that, find the sum of the first 7th term. First 7th term. Someone said, Daddy, there is no 7. Then you have to what? You have to work the terms up to what? 7. And then you now what? Add them. That is the logic. Linear progression, which has a common difference between its consecutive terms. Let me repeat that again. An AP or an arithmetic progression is a linear sequence. It's a linear sequence which has a common difference D between its consecutive terms. The grammar here is what? Consecutive. Now when we say 2 numbers are consecutive, what does it mean? It means that they follow. They what? Let me explain what consecutive numbers are to you, class. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. You also have minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 4, and so on. Is this a sequence? The first one, is it a sequence? Yes. It's a sequence. You know, I want to build that confidence in you. Many of you are not, you know something, but you are not always sure. And it is good numbers. 1 and 2 are what? Consecutive numbers. 6 and 7 are what? Consecutive numbers. 5 and 6 are what? Consecutive numbers. 3 and 4 are what? Consecutive numbers. 2 and 3 are what? Consecutive numbers. It is wrong of me to say 1 and 3, or 1 and 4, or 1 and 5, or 1 and 6, or 1 and 7 are consecutive numbers, although they are in this sequence. Are you with me? So it means that consecutive numbers have to be placed side by side in a what? In a sequence. That's to follow. Right after this is this. So consecutive numbers here are what? minus 4 and minus 2. Minus 2 and what? 0. 0 and what? 2. Then what? 2 and 4. These are consecutive numbers. Do we understand now? AP is what? Is also known as linear sequence. So another word for arithmetic progression is what? Linear sequence. Don't come tomorrow and say, but daddy did. Another thing for us to note is this. Right. That is right after your definition of AP. For those who care to write, anyways, you say the end. No, say if the first term of an AP is what? A. And the second term is A plus D. And the third term is equal to what? A plus 2D. Comma. Then the nth term of an AP is given Tn equals A plus n minus 1, close your bracket, D. Let me explain. Which of these is an AP? The second. What about the first one? Thank you. What are what? AP. Why? How do we define an AP? See, students, I beg you. I realize AP says what? We are going to have common difference. That is the difference that is what? Common between what? Consecutive terms. Okay, what is the meaning of difference in mathematics? If we say X and Y, when we say difference, we have two types of difference, although we have positive and negative what? Difference. Positive difference in the sense that if I have 2 and 3, the positive difference is 3 minus 2, which is what? Plus 1. While the negative difference is 2 minus 3, which is what? Minus 1. I believe you understood what we mean by difference now.
Yes.
Good. Difference are of two. We have positive difference, we have what? Negative difference. So positive difference means the big one before the smaller one. The bigger one before the smaller one. And then negative means the smaller one before what? Do you understand? Although in our daily routine, 3, 9, 27. Sorry. 3. What makes A? Is this an AP? We now say that, look at it though. We said if the first term of an AP is A, and the second term is A plus D, and the third term is what? A plus 2D. Someone said this is magical. Explain. We always represent first term. First what? Term. First term of an AP as what? Please don't forget that. Again, don't forget that. So who can tell me what is the A here? What is the A here? What is the A here? Very correct. Now, can I say that the second term, what is our second term here? Minus 2. How do you get minus 2? That is when you add what? A, which is the first term to what? The common difference. So now, what's our common difference here? 2. So which means if I add 2 to minus 4, which is my first term, what am I going to get? Minus 2. So which means my second term is when I add what? The common difference to what? My first term. So I have what? Minus 2. Are we getting this now? Next term of an AP is going to be A plus. Okay, I've written it here already. See already. A plus n minus 1 times what? D. What does this n minus 1 mean? Just say the number. This is it. N number. What is 3? What is n3 here, right? So it means that when you reduce this 3 by what? By 1, it is going to be the coefficient to your what? Look at it now. Come on. Come on. Look at it. You have Tn. What does this stand for? It means the third term. Right? right? The third what? 10 equals what? A plus 2D. How? Because my n has changed to what? 3 minus what? 1. Then what? D. So that's why I have this back. So do we understand now? N term of an AP, that is that of AP, the sum of the first n term. So let's write that the sum of the first n term of an AP is given. The sum of the first n term of an AP is given n over 2 into bracket a plus your n term. 2 into bracket a plus what? Tm. So it means that what I mean is this bracket a. Please, what is this class? What is Tn or the nth term? What is it? This is the formula, right? This is this. Do you agree with me? Yes. Very good. So if I put it here that the one I'm going to have n over 2 yes. How many a? 2a. Then plus what? So this is the sum of the first what? N term of an AP. The joy here is that when you see questions in JAM will not remind you that this is the formula to use. So what does that mean? It means that you have to have it in your what? Brain. Also, Sn is equal to n over 2 bracket a plus m. And somebody asked, Daddy, why do we have L? We have not come across L from the beginning. L means last 10. What did I say? Last 10. Now, look at this situation. You have minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, and you have minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 4, 6. Class, please tell me what is the difference between this and this? Thank you, sweetheart. It means that they are the same but on the ground. Can you see that this thing has meaning? So it is not there to what? For joke or to make it look like. It tells you that it continues. We only pick the first so time out and show you that it's what? Is an AP. Now, this is an AP. The issue here is that it has what? The first term and the what? The last term. Why? Because you don't have continuity. That's a full stop. So the first and what? And the last term. So in case you have a sequence, an AP that has the first and the what? The last term. This is the formula to use for the sum of the whole term you have there. Is that taken now? So you remember that this is the first term, this is the last term, and the n is what? The number. Divide by 2, multiply. That's all. Geometric progression is also exponential sequence, which has a common ratio between its consecutive terms. That's just the difference. Instead of common difference, what I don't have common ratio, but you are not to call geometric progression linear sequence, but what? Exponential sequence. So which means you can make your definition yourself that geometric progression, also linear sequence, also exponential sequence, is the one which has a common ratio R between its consecutive what? Terms. Now, where does the word common ratio comes from? Okay now, Look at this situation. Is this a sequence? Yes. It is a sequence. This is it. It's because you don't even bother. You want to go home. That's why you say something. This is a sequence. How? I will show you. If you say 9 minus 3, look at this. 9 minus 3. What's that? 9 minus 3 is what? 9 plus 3, which is what? Okay, is that what you said? Okay. That's what? 12. Now, minus 27 minus 9. What's that? Minus 36. Is this difference common? Just know that this is not what? An AP. It's not what? An A. Why? Because you don't have common what? Difference. Difference is not common. Yes. Then you move away. Then what is now common here? Let me say that 9 divided by minus 3. What's that? 9 divided by minus 3 is what? Minus 3. If I say minus 27 divided by 9, 8. Is what? Minus 3. If I say 81 divided by minus 27, it's still what? Minus 3. What is common? Minus 3 is common, right? Good. Are you going to call it AP? What I did, is that difference? That's not difference, but what? Ratio. Thank you. Ratio. Thank you. So which means I'm saying this divided by this. When I tried minus. Don't work. Okay, I tried addition. This divided by this, I got this. This divided by this, I got the same. This divided by this, I got this. So my ratio is what? Common. So we call it what? Common ratio. So which means if I want to get this back, all I need to do is my common ratio, I have to multiply by my first term. That is minus 3 times minus 3 will give me what? 9. Then this minus 3 again, if I multiply it by what? 9, I'm going to get what? 27. Minus 27. And this again, when we multiply it by this, I'll get what? This back. Plus 81. Are you with me now? So my ratio is what? It's common. If the first term of a GP is what? Is what? Minus 3. And the second term is equal to what? A, I say minus 3, is 8, sorry. A times what? What is my R class? 9 divided by minus 3, which is what? Minus 3, right? Very good. So which means my minus 3 times minus 3 will give me what? Plus 9. And then you can guess my third term. AR squared. How? What is my minus 3? What is my R? Sorry, my R is what? Minus 3. So if I square this, what am I going to have? 9. So 9 times the first time. Minus 27. Do you understand now? So that means I can have that my n term, the n term of my what? Of my GP is simply what? AR raised power n minus 1. At least I'm having a reduction of, if this is 3, this is going to be 2. So which means these 2 must have been what? 3 minus 1. That's why you have n minus what? 1. So because of that, this is going to take what? 2. So our common ratio is greater than what? 1. Then you will use this. If your R is less than 1, you will use what? All this jam will not remind you. They will just give you a question. So you did what? Okay. Now, somebody asked me one day, that master, what if your R is equal to 1? What if R is equal to 1? Then it's no more what? It can't be a GP. You cannot have a sequence when your common ratio is what? 1. When you get home, try it. Because you are going to multiply what? 1 by that thing. You cannot generate. So now, we say sum to infinity is what? A over 1 minus R. What is A first term? What is R common ratio? It's as simple as that. But how will you know that this question is coming from sum to infinity. In most cases, sum to infinity terms is not up to 1. It's not always up to what? 1. It can be up to 1. They will give you like this, maybe 0.5, 0.25, and so on. But they won't put comma in most cases. They will put what? Plus. 1 over. The question, please. I will solve all. The question, yes. It's not simple. Simple. They said that the sixth term of the sixth term is equal to 3 times what? The second term. They said A is 2, so find D. This is straightforward. What is the second term? You know, we said the second term is what? A plus D. Don't get it twisted. This is the general formula for AP is what? Tn equals A plus n minus 1 D, right? Yes. Very good. And then now say T2. T2 means what? A plus, what is n? 2 minus 1 D, which is going to be what? A plus what? Are you with me? Very good. Now, the next thing at the sixth term is what? A plus 6 minus 1 times what? D. The same formula I'm using. Now, it means the sixth term is what? A plus 5D. If you don't understand this, let me start all over again. It's equal to 3 times the second term. A is given to be 2, then find what? The common difference. The general formula for AP is what? Tn equals A plus n minus 1 D. Don't forget this. Now, here, you have T2 equals A plus, what's your T2? Your n stands for what? The number. T2 equals, what's your n? 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 times D is what? D. And then the sixth term is what? A plus, into bracket 6, negative 1, then D. 6 minus 1? 5D. Do you understand?
Yes.
Very good. So the next thing now is to equate that. That, since they said that this is equal to this, so what is this class? A plus 5D is the same thing as when you say 2 times, what is this? A plus D. Listen again. The question says the sixth term of an AP is 3 times the third term. A is 2 and D is what? 5. A is 2 and find D. This is a question mark, please, not 5. Now, the general formula for AP is A plus into bracket n minus 1 close bracket D. And then you have this, which is your result. Likewise, your sixth term is this. A plus your 6 minus 1, then you have 5D. You go back to the question, which illustrates that this is equal to this. And what is this? What is the sixth term? A plus 5D equals 3. The second term,
A plus.
now you remember that A is what? A is what? So you are asked to look for what? D. So anywhere you have A, what are you putting? 2. So you have 2 plus 5D equals 3 into bracket 2 plus D. And then you have 2 plus 5D now equals what? 6 plus 3D. And you collect like terms. How? Those ones that are numbers or figures only, you put them on one side, and those ones that are not, you put them on the other side. So you have 5D plus 3 should come and make 5D. You have negative what? 3D. And then you have 6 minus what? 2. Now 5D minus 3D, 2D, equals 6 minus 2, 4. To get your D, you have to divide both sides by what? 2. D equals what? 2. So n minus 2, n plus 3, and so on. Right? And they say find common ratio. What does common ratio mean? Common ratio is this divided by this. It's the same thing as when you say what? N plus 3 divided by what? Are you with me now? That's it. Common ratio means this divided by this, or this divided by this. That's why they call them what? Consecutive terms. So now, just equate this, and you come back to get your R, okay? Because the question says, find the common ratio. So equate this, that is, you will say n over n minus 2 equals what? N plus 3 over n. And what will you do? You cross multiply. And you have what? N squared equals what? N plus 3, then n minus 2. Maybe I should show it this way, when you cross multiply, that n times n. For the sake of something. This times this, then this times this. So what you have? N squared now equals, open the bracket please. This for this, then this for this. This for this, then this for this. Plus times minus, then 3 times 2. What do you have? You have n squared equals what? N squared plus n minus, look at n squared minus 2n plus 3n. You are only 2, but you have what? 3. Okay? You add this all up, you are still having 1. Then your minus 6 comes. And then what will you do? You collect like terms. You have n squared on this side, you have n squared on the other side, put them together. So you are going to have n squared minus what? N squared. All equals what? N minus 6. So you have n minus 6 equals what? 0. Because n squared minus n squared is what? 0. So you will have 0 equals n minus 6, which is when you say minus 6 equals 0. And if minus 6 goes to the other side, what are you going to have? Plus 6. Is that a final answer? No. What is the question? Find the common ratio. That is, this one will give you the same answer with this one. That is, you say now, the common ratio is what? N over what? N minus 2. Or n plus 3 over what? N. So now let's go. What is n? 6 over what? 6 minus 2, which is what? 6 over 4. And that is what? 3 here, and then 2 here. Alright? Even if you try this, you should get 3 over what? 2. Hello? That is 6 plus what? 3. N equals 6. And divided by what? 6. And that's what? 3 plus 6. 9. So you have 9 over what? 6. 3 here. 3 here. Do you understand? So that is it. So what's the answer now? So that's it. You realize that this sum to the base to this. Right? Yes, what the question? This is given, yes. Is what? And what? A has been given to what? Minus 1 over 8. And now say find what? Either you make R as the subject of formula or you just impute it straight. That is, just say this from the formula is minus 1 over 10 equals, what's your A? Over see this as what? As an entity. Okay? See this as an what? An entity. That is, this one is one thing. And what will you do? Cross multiply. This times this. Cross multiply. So you're going to have something like 1 minus r times what? Minus 1 over 10 equals what? Minus 1 over 8. Since you have cross multiplied, this is what you will have. Do you all agree with me? Yes. And then, what are we looking for? This. Now it's on this side. What is the coefficient of this now? This. What will you do? You divide both sides by what? Minus 1 over 10. So you have 1 minus r equals, minus cancels minus. So you have 1 over 8 divided by 1 over 10, which implies what? 1 over 8 times 10 over 1. Okay, anytime you have multiple divisions, then you change this to multiplication such that it will affect your next fraction. Which will reciprocate. Now, 2 here, 2 here. So you are having 1 minus r is equal to what? 5 over 4. How? 5 times 1, 5. 4 times 1, 4. Okay? Good. Now what are we looking for? R. You can interchange. That is, you collect like terms. That is, let this one come here and this one goes there. So you are going to have r equals 1 minus 5 over 4. How? This coming here is positive, and this one coming here is positive. Sorry, it's negative. This one coming here is negative. So since r equals 0, they are equating. And let me show you like this, that 1 minus 5 over 4 equals what? R. Okay? And that means r equals, what is the LCM here? 4. Because 1 you are having here is also 1 divided by 1. 1 divided by 1 is still what? 1. So the reason why you have to put 1 here is because this is a fraction, then just make this one look like a fraction. So now, what is the LCM? 4. 1 in 4. 4 times 1 minus 4 in 4. 1 times 5. So what do you have as a final answer? 4 minus 5 is what? So the sum to infinity is what? Minus 1 over what? Over 4.